expectations are huge. They're big. They're lofty. I expect this guy to have a career year, and that's saying a lot based on those numbers. But historically, and if I just go through it in my head real quick, those kinds of receivers that the Patriots have brought in, I shouldn't say that because it hasn't always worked out. Randy Moss, let me just say this. If he has the career year that I expect him to have, it will be a jaw dropper, Randy Moss. Now, Chad Johnson came in. He was older, didn't get the playbook, couldn't figure it out, did nothing. But Moss was an all-time, put together an all-time season that year. Mm-hmm. So that was something when he was talking on Tuesday that I was thinking about. If he reaches his potential with this team based on the skill that he has and based on those numbers that he had in New Orleans, I expect one of the greatest seasons as a receiver under Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. That's what I expect. Anything short of that would be a pretty massive underachievement in my mind based on this guy's skill. Now, I know he played with Drew Brees, but this is Tom Brady. So I expect big things.
All right, I expect big things from Brandin Cooks. I don't think his numbers will be as gaudy as they were in New Orleans for a couple of reasons. There's only one football, Mark, and Tom Brady has Rob Gronkowski and Julian Edelman and Danny Amendola and Chris Hogan and the running backs. So he's got to spread the wealth a little. So I think, Cooks will be impactful, and especially from a matchup standpoint where if the defense has to hone on him on the outside, that opens up some space for Edelman and Amendola and Gronk in the middle. So I think he'll have a huge impact on the team. I don't think he'll be at receptions and yards where he was in New Orleans. Maybe he cracks 1,000. I think he'll crack 1,000. I think his catches will be a little bit lower. I'll give him 70, 75 catches. So I don't think and one thing you have to remember about him playing with the Saints, how many times a game did Drew Brees throw the ball? They were down a lot. So, I didn't watch every Saints game.
But the Saints had they've had weapons in his tenure. So
I think the most intriguing thing will be is, do they get the rapport game one? Like Moss, game one versus the Jets in 2007, 80 yards, whatever it was, gone. It was instantaneous. Or is this a thing where slowly, game 4, game 5,